What is up, guys? My name is Ian Merton. Welcome to Grip Management. This is my YouTube channel that I've been wanting to start up for years now, and I've been postponing it. I've had this camera for like a year and a half now, and this is the first video I've actually planned to make and post to my channel. I've made a handful of videos that I haven't really felt comfortable with posting, so this is going to be it. I'm finally ready to get this channel started. I'm in a place where I feel like I have the car to get you guys engaged into this and excited with me, so here we are. This channel is going to be really awesome. It's going to be kind of a hybrid vlog and instructional channel, so I plan to take you guys along with me as I learn how to drive and get involved in HPD events and time attack events and build my couple cars that I have, as well as follow some of the projects that my friends have. So I'm really excited about this whole channel and sharing it with you guys. I've been wanting to do this for a while, so here we are. I went, well actually I'll tell you a little bit about my daily driver. So my Ford Focus is like I said, it's full stage 3. I set it up well for the track. It's got Fortunato coilovers, good 200 treadwear tires. It runs really, really well. And I took it out to a time attack event out in October at Pikes Peak International Raceway. It was my first sort of off-road, on-track driving experience, with the exception of racing a couple times at Vandermeer Speedway, the drag strip. So I'm out there at the racetrack. I have a great time. I have my car well set up, but it's my first time out. So I ended up getting, I believe, 7th out of 18 drivers in my class, which is the front-wheel drive class with a little bit higher horsepower. And the kind of eye-opening thing that I realized was that a lot of the people who had the same car as me or close to stock cars were driving faster than me. So what I want to share with you guys and give you as advice is, if you're looking at potentially taking your car out or racing your car, is there's a huge myth about your car has to be set up right to take it to the track. So I completely disagree with that. That's what I thought for years. That's why I didn't take my car out to the track, is because I'm like, well, I have to get some suspension set up on it, I have to do the brakes, I have to do this, that, and then I'll take it out. So the guys that were in the same class as me, all they really had that were doing faster times than me with the same car was tires and maybe some suspension modifications. There was one Focus ST that was stock with just some different springs on the car, and then there was another one which was pretty much stock as well, and both of them ended up running faster times than me. There was 2 drivers driving one of them, but so between the 4 drivers driving the same car as me, mine was the most modified, but mine was the slowest. Now granted, I still got 7th out of 18 drivers, but the other 2 Focus STs that were in that class both beat me, which is how I was kind of comparing myself as a driver. So what I would advise to you guys is, take your car out, have a good time, learn. Seat time is the most important thing, and that's what leads me into my current cars. I've actually been looking for a race car for years, but haven't been in a financial position to buy one, and I haven't really come across a deal that I'm like, oh yeah, that's a car I want to buy. So I was on Thanksgiving Day, I was looking around Craigslist and all the different forums I belong to. And at this point, Mazda Miatas are kind of getting a little bit more expensive to get like a nice prepped one, or even a stock one. I've been having trouble finding a good deal, and ultimately my mindset was like, I want to buy a car for like between $2,000 and $4,000 and get it set up and take it to the track, and it'll be reliable. I can drive it to the track and back, and have it not break and be a good seat time car. So I was sitting there on Thanksgiving Day. I was browsing Honda Tech. And I found a really, really clean car out in California in the San Francisco area. It's an EG Civic hatch. I've always had a thing for these Civic hatches, both the EK hatch and the EG hatch. I know they're really, really solid platforms for track day cars, and they're gonna just straight up work. I mean, 4-cylinder, naturally aspirated, it's just gonna work. So this car was already pretty well set up. It had a handful of rare Spoon Sport parts on it. It had a cage already done to it, and it was taken care of well. Cool fact is, I actually ended up, when I was looking for this car, I found the original for sale ad from the original owner that bought the car in 1993. He sold the car in 2015, and I found the for sale ad, which was like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. What a rare find. So I found this car. I read the original for sale post from 2015. I was like, this car's been taken care of well. There's only been, I'm the fourth owner, so there were 3 owners prior to me. All 3 were adult owners, and the owner that I purchased it from was a super stand-up guy, super solid. And this car has a B16 A2, which is the 4-cylinder engine from the 2000 Civic Si, the EM1. And so it had that car, the engine already swapped into it, full cage. You know, it's set up, good suspension, Coney ground control coilover set up. You know, pretty much everything that you need. It's got I believe it's a Mugen quick steer rack, so it's got a quicker ratio. It's everything that I want in a race car. You know, and it was cheap. It was, you know, it's going to be reliable, and it was in California though, so I was like, well, I have to be committed to this car if I'm going to go buy it. So I reached out to the buyer, told him I was interested in it, told him I was going to think about it and make up my mind over a week, and then sure enough, 2 days later, I was like, I can't wait a week to let this car slip out from under me. So I told him, I was like, hey, like, I'm ready to do this. Would you be willing to hold the car for me if I buy a plane ticket? He's like, yes, I'll do that for you. So I bought the plane ticket. December 1st, I flew out there after work. So I flew in around, you know, I got in around 5 p.m. Took an Uber to the guy's house. Transaction was completed around 7 p.m. I drove from the San Francisco area. It was the San Juan actually area, I think. San Jose area. And I drove from San Jose to Bakersfield, California, which my only understanding of Bakersfield is from that one Fast and Furious clip where Tyrene or whatever is in the Derby out there. So I was like, yeah, this is gonna be a good place to stop. So.
Here we go.
I stopped out in Bakersfield. I got in the hotel around like midnight, and I had a huge drive ahead of me for the next day. So I drove from Bakersfield all the way. My plan was to go all the way back to Denver, which was like a 13 and a half, 14-hour drive. Guys, here it is. It's very windy outside. Hopefully you guys can still hear me, but this is the 1994 Honda Civic Si. It is a Civic Si for real. It's not a CX or DX or whatever the other one is. It's an actual Si. Not much of the original Si remains though. I'm gonna do a little cold start. It is winter here, so these are some 200 treadwear race tires, or they're Dunlop Dureza Z2s. You can call them street tires actually. So they're 200 treadwear Dunlop Dureza Z2s. They're a couple years old, so I'm going to use them when I initially start, but once I start actually trying to be a little bit more competitive, I'm going to get rid of them. Hopefully they last a little bit while I get some experience. My plan right now is to actually swap out these wheels with some just stockers to sit on, because it's getting cold at night, and these tires aren't meant for sitting out below 30 degrees really. So it's gonna get down into like not the single digits, but like 19 degrees I think is the low over the next few nights. So I want to get the car off of these tires and swap them out. But I haven't ran this thing in a while, so I'm gonna start it up here. Give you guys a little cold start video. the inside, it's got a 6-point cage. I don't know if you can see very well. 6-point cage. This is an older Cobra seat. It's got some goodies inside. It's still got the dash, but all the other interior parts have been removed. Yeah, it's a little spoon shifter. So I'm gonna let this warm up, guys. I'm gonna move it out of the way so we can put some the other tires on it. Yep, the new look. Pretty sexy if you ask me. Yeah, so these are the winter. I don't know if I guess you want to say rollers. These are just to have on the car when it's cold outside, so I don't damage the tires on the other set of wheels. These ones are flat. These are actually from one of my roommates' old, I don't know if it's his friend's old car or what, but these have been sitting in storage for months now, so figured I'd put them to use. Super racy. It's not really a Civic without orange wheels, is it though? So like, come on. Ooh. 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 Hot. Milwaukee for life. Alright guys, thank you for watching. This is the Civic all wrapped up. What's going to be happening next is next time we get a little warm weather break, I'm probably going to schedule a dyno tune for the car. Since I bought it in California, it's tuned for sea level 91 octane, and I need to make sure that everything's safe. So probably do a once over on the whole car, get on a lift for the first time, make sure everything underneath looks good, and maybe potentially get some gauges. It's already got the sensors for oil pressure gauges as well, or oil pressure, oil temperature, and water temperature, I think. And then I'm gonna need to put a wideband in it, so I'm gonna have to get a couple sensors, or at least a wideband sensor in there, and then a gauge to read it all, and then a tune. Pretty much doesn't really need any immediate modifications because it's already pretty well set up. And then after we get it dyno tuned, then we'll make sure it all runs well and then go from there. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate the time that you took to listen to this whole video. It's my first video, so I really you know, just making sure that you guys can all get excited with me. It's gonna be big things with this car, and then, you know, hopefully we'll get some footage of that thing later on. But for right now, that's just the winter daily. Yep. Thanks for watching.